situation, picking something that can be harassed down could be very dangerous. It's Kled for Armut. It is the 5th time he's played that in summer. He is getting pushed away. Closer doesn't have Smite. Can Seal come across? You see Armut coming down from the top lane. Huni maybe caught out just a little bit. Lyra on his way. Demonte going in for the fight. Clutch want this one. Closer already down to half HP. Seal flashing in, but Closer's gonna fall first. First blood to Demonte. It's Tanner time early on here. Seal getting chased away as well. That's 2. Demonte has fallen.
The Cocoon top side though. Okay.
Vulcan
Bottom.
so low. Seal going in for this. Vulcan, one more auto might be enough. He can't quite get him. He just about survives. Meanwhile in the top lane, Armut is being focused down by Lyra and Huni. There's no
the remount.
to go. He remounts. The joust has already been used. There's one harpoon. They can go for the dive. It's pretty easy. Spiderling coming in. Lyra looking to sink in the banks. Dismount. Lyra's gonna fall as well. A 1-for-1 trade in the top lane.
By the skin of their teeth, almost everybody walking away. The Clutch have to trade on the top side. Bottom side of the map though, Royal Youth closing in on this Infernal Dragon. Zero contest, and that's a real good time. After what was a failed bot dive, you get all the summoners to trade her life for the kill.
Oh, Vulcan's going to face check straight into Closer here. Long range zap is going to connect, and Vulcan really has nowhere to go. Teleport coming in here from Clutch. They're going to try and turn it around. Vulcan falls first. Here comes Huni. But look at
Infernal Dragon, so not an easy decision to make, but hooks on.
Only onto Vulcan. Rift Herald is going to charge in mid. Demonte too much more down. Flash for Flash in the mid lane. Cody Sun is low.
Hook. Very nice.
Hook lands onto Vulcan. The play coming out. Lyra's off towards the side of this, but the super mega death rocket isn't quite going to connect. Lyra is up towards the bottom of the fight, but Closer's on his way in as well.
Here's
Huni
the
has
flank.
the equalizer. This is not good for Royal. They are caught up. The jump in from Closer. He takes down one. The flash away from Pilot. Teleport. Vulcan's on his way up. There's this first distortion used. Now here comes Huni with the harpoons. Vulcan coming in from the side. Seal trying to flash away, but there's nowhere for him to go. This LeBlanc is not long for the Rift. Huni burns him down. And Clutch get their 4th kill of the game.
And that's exactly what makes Huni a good player. Like those creative uses of vision, just waiting, biding his time, looking for the pick. Tolerant. Can he get in flash range? Flay range, I should say.
Looking for the hook, but Cody's some of the great killer instinct to dodge it. Demonte going in, and Tolerant is already done. Vulcan coming in from the side as well, and he lands the hook on Pilot. Cocoon to follow. Equalizer not even needed, but Huni will take the kill in the end.
And second,
come alive.
Mid-lane fight gets cleaned up by Clutch. The turret they invested in earlier. Now going to get taken down. Gold advantage their way again.
And at the 15-minute mark, Clutch have a 3,000 gold lead. Demonte just absolutely shredding through Tolerant. There's nowhere for the Thresh to go. Now everything is in Clutch's grasp. Royal have been stalling over the last...
Big Purple Worm hasn't even spawned yet, but these are going to be the things in the back of their minds. They're doing a great job at...
two items. Seal really can't defend by himself. And Closer on this Olaf, unable to get anywhere near the fight. Armut has been playing weak side of the map for a long time, and you can see Clutch have had a lot of 18%. So you have to be playing around Huni really to get your team ahead if you're Clutch, and he's such a key...
The Baron Pit and Royal very tentatively contesting this one.
Closer does have the flash, can go with Super Mega Death Rocket, doesn't connect. Vulcan on the chase, the Cocoon hits, and that is the Thresh down. Tournament falls, Armut caught out. The depth chart's gonna land, but Seal across the wall could look for jumping in. Armut dismounts, Closer lands an undertow. Cody jumps onto the back line, assassinates Armut, and now is looking for the chase onto Seal. He flashes forward, Seal has to flash away. Clutch find 2 and turn their eyes back towards the big purple worm.
Find exactly the fight they're looking for. Top and support going to die off the back end of this one. Pinkward's still in the pit. Very difficult to be able to get into this one, and Olaf, without a flash, is, even if it was in the area, not going to be anything to play with right now. So Clutch now with Baron, couple of dragons, a huge gold lead cementing.
Cocoon still lands as Seal tries to disengage. He's going to jump away, even though the lantern was there. It's a support nightmare. Dardoch says it's Tanner time, therefore I must awake and celebrate. It's been pretty Tanner time this game. Demonte's had an exceptional performance on the Lucian. Now has his Infinity Edge complete, and Clutch pushing in 2 lanes with that 2-1 split, and Vulcan and Lyra just roaming through the jungle, finding catches where they can. This will be the outer, the tier 2 turret. Pilot forced away. Demonte in the mid lane, chipping away at that tower as well. Bottom lane inhib will fall. Inhib tower will fall. Tolerant flashes forward. Huni goes gold, and Tolerant will pop his stopwatch as well. And here comes the charge from the side. Last chance saloon you have to feel for Royal. Can the Jinx stay alive? Seal, only man left alive on the back line here for Royal. He's chased out by Cody Sun. Armut running for the wins as well. Clutch have destroyed Royal in this first game, dismantled and demolished them. It's looked perfect from Clutch. They have just absolutely dominated the map, and they will go 1-0 up in this series. They're playing with their food just a tad as Armut forced back to the fountain. But Tanner time is well and truly here in Europe as he falls to the fountain. In the end, the Nexus goes down and Clutch go 1-0 up.
He's got to do at least something like the RYL, but Pike can make things happen. And okay, Aurelia gets all the way through. Closer is still like fishing for a red buff. He hasn't had one this game. But 3 versus 3 could be happening as the flank's on.
Demonte dodged out with the flawless duet.
Okay.
Vanguard's edge coming in. They're going to go all in for the Nico. Stun locked up. Pop Blossom comes down, but first blood already to RYL. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the fight continues. Ignite going down. Cody's up, flashes forward. Hooney gets closer up towards the top side of Seal. Is going to get chased out here by Lyra. Armut flashed away. Hooney flashing forward. Armut looking to get that final auto win, but Hooney keeps him at arm's length, keeps him at bay, and Hooney runs away. The knockup comes in from Lyra, and it's a double for Clutch. Flash on him. There's the equalizer to clear out the way, but closer on his way. Doesn't have the flash. Caught out by the minion wave. Smite comes down. Cocoon doesn't land. Hooney's just going to be able to get away for the moment, but the Ruthless Predator comes in, and there's the Cocoon. Wasn't used earlier on. Hooney trying to get away with the scrap shield, but the chase is on, and Closer will sink in the fangs.
Smart decision. Yeah.
Towards the top side of this, and Clutch are like, oh wait, excuse me, it's 10 minutes.
Okay.
We have the Riptail. Seal stunned up. Great flawless duet, but here comes the Pop Blossom, and Seal's unable to dodge away from it. 10 minutes in, Clutch secure a kill in the mid lane, and RYL are going to have to run for the hills. Can't quite get the eye, could have looked to secure it. The rest of RYL are on their way up, but this is just going to reset for Clutch, and they are very happy to secure this.
Right,
In goes Armut, the eye is open, but the Cataclysm comes down. Closer has to jump away, repel out, Demonte gets the kill still. Armut now in the back of the pit, trying to get to the Almost got 1,000 in the bank, is 1,000 ahead of his lane opponent. And across the board, it's just bleeds all over the map for Clutch when you get towards team fights.
That's the thing with NA players. Bad Dragon RNG. Turkish players, switch away from Hooney, skedaddles up the river. No need to commit to this one, but the flash, okay.
Flash in, the Cocoon's going to chase Hooney down, and Hooney will fall. Second time of the game, he gets the equalizer down. Catches like that. Even if you're falling just that little bit further behind in gold globally, getting some gold on your key carries. In a bush here in the top lane, Vulcan on his way. Ward comes down, Armut gonna get stunned up here as he tries to slice and dice away. Closer's on his way in, has the flash, could go for Hooney here. Flash Cocoon, but the TP comes in straight away. Closer looking for the kill, won't quite get it through the scap shield. Closer eventually takes him down, and now the fight continues. Pop Blossom, popped by Demonte, and pop goes the spider, squashed under Demonte's feet, and now Armut is short to follow, but Vulcan getting chased down. Dead. Predator is enough, and the turn has come. RYL finding the picks in the top lane as Cody's Sun isn't here yet. Demonte goes Gordon to the second. Lyra stunned up, the hook's gonna land. Cody's Sun jumps in, killer instinct from the AD carry. Cody's Sun finds his mark and finds the kill.
And it ends up being the 4 versus 5. You can see in the picture on your bottom left screen, Seal just whacking a turret down. Their numbers.
Talking about just a couple of times. Now, Demonte is up here. Closer will spot him out. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Closer may just kill him. Pop Blossom coming out, but the shield isn't there in time. Closer shuts down Demonte. Only an extra...
That's a Mura mana.
That's a few plates, but as you say, it's an entire Mura mana. And that means that Ginsu's is finished. Very expensive item. Mura mana all stacked up now for Cody's Sun. Only the Iceborne and the Manamune stacking up for Pilot.
It's not a clean ulti, it's an Elise finding avenues into the fight. Pilot.
Vulcan's going to land a hook here, but Closer caught out with the Cataclysm. Immediately goes up into the repel. CG are going to react very quickly to this one already. They've taken down the jungler.
To the Elise flashless, nowhere to go. Hooney may have found Armut on the bottom side though. Vulcan in the area.
Armut's going to try and trade back onto this one, trying to build up those frosty stacks, but just not there in time. Vulcan gets the kill. Definitely are, but our observers have been known to do that. Equalizer used in the mid lane as Clutch look for this fight. Tolerant caught out, hook back, he's done. Clutch Gaming, they do this. They did this last game, they've done it again here. They find the pick, now they'll move in, get vision control, and then can look towards that Baron. But as you say, that cheeky ward might stop them in their tracks or might allow RYL to go for the fight. Closer caught out. Repels up, Seal on his way in, but the TP's already used, and Closer's going to have to flash away. Look at the damage coming out from Clutch. They find the TP's coming in. This is a little bit late, in my opinion. Demonte going to act as a bouncer. Here comes Armut onto the backline. Has the dominance, can go in. Demonte down to half HP already. Vulcan trying to do what he can. Pop Blossom comes out, Baron goes down, and that's already Demonte falling, and here comes the rest of the fight. Seal jumping in, takes one, looking for more. He has to get out of the back of the fight, and now Tolerant is stepping forward with Pilot. It's all on this Ezreal. The play comes out, but the Cataclysm follows him. Pilot goes down, Cody takes the triple, and Tolerant goes gold and flashes away, but Cody is on the chase. Tolerant will not escape today. A quadra kill!
I was mentioning, this is the 1-2 punch of Pilot and Seal in the team fight. Do make all points, and easy.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah, Tolerant's dead again. This is a few times we have seen him being caught out in situations like that. Maybe just overstepping. Clutch will find their man. And at 26 minutes in, it's a 10,000 gold lead now for the North American third seed. It should be another game in their pocket. Convincing fashion, they've won these games. And Cocoon's going to land there onto Huni as Vulcan dodged in front of him. And Huni will fall. That's not the best. Was backing in an area where RYL really did have vision.
So, does fall down. Doesn't have the Zhonya's, of course, either. What turret is the contest? That's a hook lands.
EQ doesn't connect, though. There's the death from below as Pilot will fall. Vulcan takes the kill. Vanguard's edge used by Seal. He's still stunned up with a Pop Blossom. And he tries to jump onto the back of the fight, but Cody's son is legendary. This might just be the end of the game. Huni 25 seconds away. 2 cannon minions coming in here for Clutch, and RYL really can't do too much about it. Cody's son just opens up on the turrets. Armor flashes in, but another QSS from Cody's son. Armor goes golden, but the stopwatch won't stop time for long. Clutch get another kill, 20 kills to 9. This has been a dominant performance from the North American third seed, and with these cannons, they're just
They've got no creeps.
They're coming, EGEM. The TP comes in, Huni's going to join the party. Still 5 seconds left on Pilot, and here come the minions. Clutch Gaming will take the second Nexus tower, and all that remains is the Nexus. Cody's son jumps forward, 10-0-4, and now it's 2-0 for Clutch.
CO, that could be one. Okay, timeout. Jace. Okay.
So Jace is Armit's, one of Armit's most played. He's played it 4 times.
And I believe one of his most winning isn't the first one to play it on stage. And you're like, oh, man.
Oh, see. Oh, flash in, hitting Vulcan in the bottom lane. Looking for the lantern onto Cody's son. Tolerant to get the knockup. Pilot ticking down. Should be an easy enough kill here for Clutch. Burst blood to Vulcan. And now they're looking for the chase on Tolerant. Another play. The hook doesn't land, though. And Tolerant still has the mana barrier. The hook's down.
Yeah.
So
actually, yeah, 100%. Wasn't even available. Okay.
Deal here. Leo might go in for with the Void Rush, gets the Unburrow knock-up. The scat of the week is monumental. DeMonte gets the kill in mid. And Clutch once again off to
This is 2. Oh, okay.
I mean, Armut has a 100% win rate on this Jace, so Huni is suffering the consequences of that. You've got Surrect towards this top side.
And that's kind of the thing, right? In terms of Jace, hold that thought, okay.
You need to hold that thought. Solomon is ignited and ticking down, and he's going to fall again. The Clutch bottom lane is just destroying RYL right now.
A sliver of HP.
Almost has to heal back
whether
up.
he sticks around in this one.
I think he's looking for the bait. Cody's son! Goodbye, Pilot!
And land
to be for both the junglers, as Leo perhaps caught out just a tad here by Closer. The knockup's going to land. There's a Cataclysm as well. And here comes Armut, first kill of the game for RYL. There, tanking up the Rift Herald. Seal on his way.
Oh!
Right, so on the way down as well. Tolerant unable to connect. He's in the box now. Caught out in the midst of all of Clutch. And Tolerant is having a nightmare offside. Clutch extending that lead piece by piece, bit by bit. And really, RYL really struggling to do anything about it. Tolerant, their key man in terms of catching people out, is once again almost going to fall. The culling doesn't quite connect. But it is a bit of an odd one here. If I asked you at the start of the day who would have a more convincing series, would it be Damwon or would it be Clutch?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would have said Clutch, but they have been just devastating in this best of 5. 2019.
2018, I was like, hey.
I've gone back in time there for a second. Now, Lyra perhaps caught out. Solomon is going to land the hook this time, but Vulcan's on the way with the play. Armut coming in from the side. Lyra goes in with the Void Rush, and Tolerant once again the man to fall. Ignited. Lyra, one Praise Seeker to find his mark, and another kill goes down. Seal trying to come across to help his team out. It's a 4v3. Lyra's going to walk away, making it a 3-for-3 in this bottom lane. Vulcan with the Cataclysm coming out, and Closer goes down. Vulcan stopwatches the shockwave, and RYL just can't get anything to go their way. Culling coming out, Seal forced away underneath the tower, and this will be the second tower of the game for Clutch.
And the difference is committal. TP comes through, Huni lands at the play, but RYL just stutter stepping all over the place. DeMonte being left alone in mid lane, just pushing that way further and further. 13 minutes, the second dragon getting taken as the turret dies as well. Double 80 carry duo able to pick that one up, and Clutch, the games are just getting quicker and quicker as the series progresses. Such
good play here from Clutch. RYL, of course, knocked out. It is always there. One hook is all it really takes to find your connection, but Vulcan is the one with the hook. Vulcan is the one who sentences Seal to death, and now Clutch can just pushing a 4v5 mid, double 80 carry on their side. RYL trying to answer back. It's Armut who gets the damage in from the side. There's another hook to the connect. It's Vulcan pulled in, and here goes the damage. Clutch trying to fight it out. 4v4 right now. Pilot jumping in with a killing instinct, but he is immediately focused down, and Cody's son flashes forward and takes down. It gives you the same healing as a Warmog's armor when you are out of combat. Very difficult to play around.
4-1 split now, just taking more turrets off the map.
In a strong position overall. That would be multiple catches. You know, you're catching at least 2 or 3 people to really get these plays working. Armut's trying to fight against Huni, but Huni wins that. One.
Afraid of the Blitzcrank hook, but pushing forwards meant that Cody was left alone.
The way that the groups work out.
And I think the big thing, hold that, Vulcan.
Blade comes out, closer, pops a stopwatch. Pilot's gonna jump in, they're looking for the damage onto Vulcan. That's one down, but the rest of Clutch are here now. Huni's joined in with the
The
teleport.
champions you're good at cannot be understated.
Oh,
Okay.
incredible hook there from DeMonte. Cataclysm comes out. Talk about NA mids.
There we go.
DeMonte. The man to hang.
Sound like a good time, but gets himself to safety here. Vulcan rotating over. I mentioned the Lantern Thresh at the start of this game. Hasn't been that for the majority, but in the right place, in the right time, and saves his mid laner. Now breaking the base without the use of Baron buff.
So RYL are giving up a little bit of pressure on their mid lane to have Armut push in bot, but right now it's really not working out too well for them because Huni and Cody Sun can just chip away at this inhibitor very easily. Armut's still pushing in for the tier 2 bot lane. It looks like DeMonte has the TP, could join his team here, but RYL really unable to hold on to the inhib right now. Should fall pretty soon. Huni just needs one more auto on it.
Of course, RYL can actually buffer the Blitzcrank hook. I like the play here from Vulcan. Just throwing a Lantern forward should allow your AD carry to stand on the Lantern. As soon as there's a response, then you just take it to safety and
you get control of the enemy jungle as well. Armut actually caught out here. Huni's going to jump straight in and doesn't even need Lyra's help to clean this one up. Lyra will take it in the end. A bit of a KS there from the Rex side. The hook for the Baron just chipping away, going lower and lower. The hook doesn't connect Intolerant either. Here goes Closer jumping in. The Baron still the target. Closer unable to get the kill. They do get Tolerant in the end, but Closer will fall and the Baron goes down to Clutch. Now Pilot has to join the fight. He gets onto Huni. Huni tries to jump away, but Pilot finds his man, finds his mark, and now Clutch will be on the retreat.
caught. Dragon also up and available. Cody Sun may have found Tolerant though, just face checking.
Yeah, Tolerant's dead.
Super struggle town here. Everything used on the last push of this day is going to come through. The poke damage is there. The Lantern play once again from Vulcan. Clutch know exactly what they want to do, and the second inhib is under fire.
Mid inhib has respawned. RYL, 5 members strong, trying to look for this defense. So if he can land a good shockwave, it's only onto Cody Sun and really did no damage whatsoever. Seal, not that strong, and now the inhibitor is the target. Huni caught out with a long-range boy seeker. Lyra down towards the bottom side of the fight, just acting as a bodyguard for Armut and Closer, and now...
Team fight win here for Royal Youth, and it was just a Lantern, it was an RYL ulti, a culling. Not the highest prize here.
Down.
There you go.
And now Clutch can just go up towards top. They prepped away on this Orianna, not farmed up enough.
And you see immediately, it's the Lucian W. Ardent Blaze actually takes down the shield, so... Passive, not really useful right now. Second inhib breaking. This has to be the stand here from Royal Youth.
Going in. There's the Cataclysm. Lyra in the mid lane. Armut on his way across, but Closer's already gone. The hook landed onto DeMonte, so he's fallen as well, and now it's a 4v4. Clutch fighting for their position in groups. 2-0 up. Armut forced back to the base. Has to clear out those super minions. Cody Sun stepping forward. Tolerant lands the hook onto Huni. Gets the knock up. Huni almost down. Somehow
gets him.
Pilot dives into the back line.
He's got the triple ocean dragon.
Yeah, Bloodthirster and Blade of the Ruin King giving him well enough lifesteal to secure that. Cody Sun, look how quickly it goes down. Those double mountains doing a lot of work here for Clutch. That Baron's already gone.
Yep.
And only one inhibitor stands between them and victories. Huni, huge shield on him, tanks up the Void Seeker. Closer, chunked out, pops the gargoyles. He has to run away. Tolerant lands the hook onto Huni, but he's going to buff the E to get away. And now Clutch, all inhibitors down, can go towards mid. Bot has just respawned, and mid's going to respawn in a second, so I spoke a little bit too early. Clutch doing this one by the numbers. 36 minutes in, a 12,000 gold lead, and the win in their sights. 2-0 so far this series, just one more to go. Mid inhib, their next target, then the Nexus Towers, you have to feel, will be the objective here for Clutch.
They have to find a hook. Tolerant has flash available. Righteous Glory popped. Doesn't throw the hook towards them. Last inhib, gonna go down here.
Third inhib is down. Clutch playing with their food. The scatter the weak knocks Tolerant back, and now Clutch, 5 members strong, will look for the end. Shockwave just splashed away from there. The first Nexus Tower is the target already. It's down. DeMonte gonna get taken quite low, but Armut is the first one to fall. Goes into the GA. Pilot dives onto the backline, but immediately he is focused down. DeMonte kills Armut. Clutch kill RYL, and this is the moment that Clutch secure their spot in World's Groups in convincing fashion. They will make it to the World Group stage.
And the third...
Thank you very much, guys, and congratulations, Huni, for reaching group stage. So I'm confused now. At the beginning of the series, you told me we should expect a close fight. So was it them underperforming, or did you just play better than expected?
I think for sure we're playing better. you know, because it's like we were actually not also for us, like we were not expecting that it's going to be like 3-0, as I mentioned it before the pregame, because it's like they're actually a pretty good team and they know how to play the game. And as a team, they're just like helping each other good enough to like actually make the team play. And that was like most thing that like that's why we actually play versus them a lot in practice. We actually lost a lot. So. But I think we're like also confident at the same time, like kind of like unpredictable. I think we improved a lot compared to like last 2 weeks.
Do you think it was a mistake to let you play Rumble?
Yeah, I mean, if I really have to say about the Rumble, yeah, I mean, you know, my Rumbles is like almost is gonna be undefeated unless like they're actually playing well around it, or they need a like something special strategy like versus my Rumble. That's what I feel. But for sure, like Rumbles were at the moment, you know, it's like one of my most comfortable pick.
All right. Well, could you explain something about the draft in Game 3 because you had Lucian and Ezreal? We know you can play Lucian top lane. You decided to go with Ezreal on the top lane. I feel like it's not such a good lane matchup against Jace. So can you explain the choice?
I feel like right now the meta like it doesn't really matter about like top lane, the having prior like middle game. You know, early game probably is a bit matter because about the really kind of jungle. But I think the Israel is kind of like it's just like middle game. But at the same time, like as soon as it hit like 15-minute or 60-minute, like that champion is like so strong. It, like scales pretty well. Middle game, like one of the strongest a champion, one of it. At the same time, if I'm playing like, you know, I'm just gonna win.
I want to talk about the meta before you were mentioning it. We saw 78 different champions so far in picks or bans. We know that the meta often changes through the tournament. So what is your take on the meta right now based on the expectations you had before the tournament?
Actually, I didn't expect it this much. Like, I didn't really expect that this is gonna be like crazy this much as it, like right now, because like even I play top Israel, like no one is expecting it, even on stage, and like they're playing so much stuff, non-AD carry on the bottom too. Like there was a timer dinger, like field stake, like was crazy that like everything is I think is really unpredictable, and I don't think there's gonna be a better team no matter what. But for sure, I think there's a lot of possibility we can see with this tournament. Like it's gonna be happening. Like there's a lot big upset who actually like being underdog that they're gonna actually win. Like even though they're a better team, because there's so many things that is like unpredictable.
Looking forward now. For all we know, you could end up in Group C, so meeting your ex-team SKT. I know you have a revenge to take on them.
You know, like actually I made the group stage. It's gonna be fun, versusing especially Reckless and Faker probably. They were like, especially they were like actually my former teammates. And also I wanna revenge the Khan. Last time I lost, but I gotta win again. It's gonna be fun. Like, no matter what, it's gonna be fun.
You think you could pick Fiora as a power move against him and just stomp him with it?
I mean, depends on champion, right? Like, the Fiora, actually, they buff. Like, so it's gonna be pretty... I was, like, really happy that they actually buff it, because it's like, if you get the good matchup, no matter what, you're gonna be, like, actually smurfing, like, entire the map. So, I like that happen, because the top becomes more, it's, like, stronger. But probably top user is better, you know?
We'll see about that in a few days. Now, can you give some positive words to the NA fan? Because we know NA can sometimes be a joke in group stage. So what can we expect from you guys?
Right now, actually, through the today, you know, NA actually did better job than LCK, which is we get the 3-0, but Damwon Gaming got the 3-1, you know? We already confirmed that NA third seed is better than LCK third seed.
Nice. Oh. You made a fan really happy. Thank you very much, Huni. And to wrap up this day, let's send it over to Cooldown.
Like the weak point in this series overall, especially looking at how the RYL bottom lane has performed, but really making a big difference, especially as Huni was caught up on the top side of the map, being the difference maker when it counted most.
He's just right-clicking so fast. You can see in these pro view replays right here, even styling on tolerance a little bit.
Yes, the dash to the side so that Lyra gets hooked in is actually hilarious. Like, you don't want to hook it in the Rex side, and then he just gets whacked in the noggin.
I just love these plays too. Of course, you can see they made it through. It was 3-1, as we heard from Hooney. Not as good as his 3-0, but what was your actual impression in that series? What can we take away for Dan 1?
Right, so looking at the series as a whole, I think Damwon was clearly the much better team. I think in terms of fundamentals and just individual play, I thought they were significantly stronger. What I was surprised by was to actually see Low-Key come in with the lane swap. We had seen it before, but not at all at Worlds. And it seems like with a very deliberate planned strategy, that was enough to actually break open the game against.
And I think for me, like, that wasn't really the surprising thing of the series, right? In terms of like Loki getting a win, it's like, yes, wow, that is great. But to come in with a very, like, they've practiced the lane swap. Damwon looked like in all sorts in that game. They kind of had possibly the worst situation to deal with a lane swap, like the Garen Yumi. There's the TF that's like hiding the weak side. But the rest of the series for me was like a little bit disappointing. And I think for a lot of fans back at home, like,